Yahawah, Yahawashi.
Shabashamayim, Qadash, Haya, Shamka, Yahawah, Malakwithka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathananawa, Lakam, Kal Yiwam, Wasalatu Nawa, Khawabwat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawabwati Nawa, Wala'a, Tabaya Nawa, Banasayawan, Among, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapa'arath, La'aiwalamyam, Aman.
The Most High, He's righteous. He promised us that He was going to do these things. So Yahawashi said, if you ask anything in my name, I will do that the Father may be glorified.
Thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of the Lord, and a royal diadem in the hand of thy God. Thou shalt no more be termed forsaken, neither shall thy land any more be termed desolate, but thou shalt be called Hephzibah, and thy land Beulah, for the Lord delighteth in thee, and thy land shall be married. For as a young man marrieth a virgin, so shall thy sons marry thee. And as the bridegroom rejoiceth over the bride, so shall thy God rejoice over thee.
And that's why we're striving for what? For eternal life. That's what this knowledge is about. And it's leading us in that direction. And it begins with the knowledge. And after the knowledge comes the healing. And through the healing comes the blessing of Yahawah, which he promised Abraham. And in the second covenant, that he will change our bodies. Because these corruptible bodies are corrupt because of the course that the world had to take to this point.
According to the Holy Scriptures, Yahawashi, the Son of the Most High, is set to bring immortality to the nation of Israel, the elect, via establishing the tabernacle of David, as we talk about the second coming of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He is coming to take down this current world ruled by Esau, Edom, and establish a righteous kingdom, which is synonymous with the throne of David. That's scripture, which is a government that's going to run this world in righteousness.
Rawchaa, Yahawashi, Rawchaa, Yahawah, Rawchaa, Yahawah, Rawchaa, Yahawashi.
Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who led me to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord, willing to be part of that number. Lord, willing this be edifying to those who fear the name of the Lord and are striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Peter chapter 5 verse 42, the water for everybody coming on the convoy. Yahawashi, Barak, Atham. The water for tuning in, big bro. GMS version 9, straight gate. Shalom, big bro. Shalom, the water for tuning in. And, we're going to go ahead and get started. Things the Lord put the spirit on me to deal with a couple articles. I was, meditating in the Word earlier and getting on some lessons that, another big brother did. GMS I'm one, Abba 144. Going into Joel chapter 2 verse 20, and that's kind of talking about some key factors that are going to happen. So I'm going to mention a little bit of that. Probably put his link to the video in the comment board so you can actually go watch his video. Very edifying as well. And so we're going to go ahead and get into a couple other things along with that. So Lord willing is edifying to the flock. The title is America is Flat Broke in terms of military readiness. And then we have the world is against Amalek, which they say is Israel, but they're not. They're Edomites. Okay, so-called Esau. So these are some articles that we're going to deal with, and there's some various end-time topics. So Lord willing is edifying to the flock. Go ahead and get started. And we'll start with this video, and let's see what these Edomites is talking about. Let me know in the comment board if it's blanking out, and I'll try to fix it. Sometimes I had that issue. So let's go ahead and get started.
We're back with a Fox News alert. You're looking live at the Gaza Strip as Israeli forces continue their ground push into Hamas strongholds. And Prime Minister Netanyahu says they don't plan on pressing pause anytime soon. Retired Air Force Brigadier General Rob Spalding joins us now to react. General, thanks for being here. Our Secretary of State's trying to push a pause. I don't know the difference between a pause or a ceasefire. Bibi Netanyahu says they will continue. What's your take on the situation right now?
Well, I think any pause is going to lead to further Israeli deaths. Either it's going to lead to more troops getting killed during the invasion when they eventually do invade, or it's going to lead to more Israelis getting killed because Hamas thinks they can get away with it. So I don't think it benefits the civilians in Gaza because Hamas really doesn't care about them anyway. So I think they're just using the time to really get prepared to kill more Israelis.
So, in your mind, as far as operational tempo is concerned, Israel's got to keep going, keep pressing on the ground if they want to maintain the momentum?
Absolutely, and I think they need to take the offensive, and they need to actually rid Gaza of Hamas, and we should be supporting that. I don't think we should be advocating a pause at all. We wouldn't be pausing if this was us.
Why are we advocating for a pause then, General? What's this all about?
Well, I think that it's part of the propaganda effort that not just Hamas is putting forth, but also Iran, China, Russia. If you look at it, there's a full court press, and they're basically blasting our university systems with this message over things like TikTok. So, I think the administration is feeling this false sense of pressure. It shouldn't feel any pressure whatsoever because we shouldn't care about what those people think.
No, we shouldn't, but it also includes the House of Representatives and a massive rally that's going to happen in Washington, D.C. Would you change anything? Militarily, is the U.S. posture correct right now? Forget the statements about pauses, but as far as positioning of forces.
Well, I think we've done all we can do. The problem, quite frankly, is we've spent so many munitions in Ukraine. We're worn out. Our military was already worn out from the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. Now Ukraine. Now this. We don't have the munitions. We are just basically flat broke in terms of our readiness in the military.
You hear that? Flat broke. Esau ain't got no bag. He's done. Okay? They're telling you this. Straight News Live.
As it pertains to readiness in our military, I've heard the same thing, General. And when you get yourself overextended and out of ammo, that's a bad place to be. General Rob Spaulding, and then you have bad leadership at the Pentagon and the White House too. Thank you, sir.
Because you're fucking Edomites. You suck. Okay? Period. We know this. This is nothing new you're saying. But, okay, so, okay. My shit lagging. My shit lagging. Esau mad. Because he know he ain't got no bullets, and he was blessed with the sword, and he has no bullets. So what else you got? You ain't got no skill. You ain't got no salt. You don't know how to dance. All you got is your bullets, and there ain't none left. If they want to get mad because I'm saying it, get mad. I don't care. I don't care, man. These Edomites is through. Okay? They don't got no bullets, and they was blessed with the sword. They ain't got enough bullets. What else you want to see that these Edomites, their kingdom is falling? It's through, man. But this is the Lord doing this. And I actually want to pull up in the blue letter because I want to pull up a word. They through, man. They know they ain't got enough to be ready for this war, man. They know. That's why they putting it blatantly out in the news. And they're showing that. Basically, they're saying their back is against the wall. They're going to have to implement the mark of the beast, the C-hip. They're going to have to do this. They're going to have to chip everybody. They're like, we don't have no other option. Okay? They don't have no other option. They're running out of ideas. The Lord is taking the wisdom out of Esau, Edom. They're not going to be ready. They're not ready. They say, we done gave all this bag to the Ukrainian fallen Khan. And that's why a lot of I'm gonna put this up here. Big Bro said, you know, the revived Roman Empire is falling. It's falling. They tried to do a remix and the bitch flopped. Okay, the worst remix ever. Okay, shit, they don't even fix the roads right here. Okay. I got 5 articles up. Hold on. What? I'm frozen. Hold on. I got 5 articles up and Esau Edom is jacking with my shit. Hold on, I'm gonna change my internet. Bear with me. Cause I don't know if you can hear me or not. Esau Edom mad as hell, man. He mad as hell because we know he's on his bull biggity, and you know he knows that we're doing this. We're manifesting this truth. Okay, hold on. I don't know if you can hear me, but I need to switch this internet because it's doing it again. It's acting like we don't pay money every month for this thing to work. So hold on. Gotta put my hotspot on my phone. Oh, sound to Wob. Okay, so you can hear the sound, but I'm just not the water. The water for let me know. So you can't really hear me talk. Okay, it's like showing that I'm on my screen that I'm frozen. So I'm just gonna read this and then I'm gonna fix the internet in just a second. So Psalms chapter 64 verse 7. But the Most High shall shoot them with the arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Right. So when you look up that word arrow. Okay, this is what the Lord's doing. He's wounded these Edomites. Okay, they don't have no means to win this war. Okay, they don't, and they know. They literally telling you, Yahawashi has taken, you know, our means of winning World War III, which we know will be the last war. This is going to be the Lord taking down that revived Roman Empire. You know, as Big Bro has said. So sudden they shall be wounded. Right? It's the arrow. Wait, where's it at? Arrow, right? Esau, he mad as hell. He over here fucking with my shit. I got 5 articles up. His duckhead ass. I ain't worried about his ass though. Shoot, they can come at me. I don't give a fuck. I don't got shit here anyways. You know, I just give a fuck about edifying the flock and serving Yahawashi. Whatever happened to me, the Lord wanted it to happen, and I'm okay with it. So, where's it at, right?
Strong's H 2671. Hates.
Right, and it says piercer, a wound, right, shaft of a spear. But now we're gonna go to the actual root word of that. Okay, we're gonna go to the root word.
Strong's H 2686. Chatzatz.
I'm not sure that's how you say that in the Hebrew. I'm pretty sure it's in, you know, some type of Greek or Latin. But, you know, what it's saying is to divide, to be cut off, be finished. So you see they're being divided right now. The military is being divided. You see how they said they were split up. They don't have enough things together. Okay, and then all the other nations is leaving this place. Okay, they hate this place. They're coming against this place. It's in another article that I'm going to show, but it's just to show that the Lord is cutting off these Esau, even the so-called white man, from his blessing, his sword. They ain't never had not enough weapons, man. It don't matter what war we've been in. They've never had not enough weapons. Okay, this is a focal point, and it's showing that these Edomites is through, man. So before I get into this next thing, I want to make sure, you know, when I come back on the comment board, so I'm almost there. Okay. And that's crazy. It's like, it's still like showing me just standing there like I'm in fucking free fall mode, but whatever, man. Esau mad as hell, man. Fuck his duckhead ass. I don't care. So we're gonna get over here. We're gonna deal with this, okay? But first we're gonna deal with these precepts. Like I said, like he shot an arrow at him, and he's wounded them. Right? So Jeremiah, man, these damn demons. Jeremiah, chapter 50, 51, verse 30. They really on some salty Yahawashi over here. Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 30. And it reads, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. See, that's what they do. They're fighters. They're you know, they fight violently. They have remained in their holds. But what happened? Their might have failed. See, they ran out of ammo. They became as women. They ain't got no Glock, and they ain't got no wisdom. They ain't got shit. They have burned their dwelling places. Her bars are broken, right? So other nations is gonna destroy this place, and while that's going on, this is what's gonna happen. One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon, who's that? Esau, even the so-called white man, the rulers, the Amalek, the first descendants of Esau, that his city is taken at one end. See, they're gonna be going off just like when you had that one story about he ran 23 miles, and then he got to the other side of I think it was actually in Rome. He got to the other side and said, victory, Nike. Okay, that's why they call Nike, that, because it comes from that story of this dude who ran 23 miles to go tell the other nation that they had victory. Where you gonna have some Esau Edoms coming and being like, we got destroyed. Okay, it's gonna be like that. They gonna run all the way to say, hey, Wisconsin is completely blown up. Okay, and they gonna be next. Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 32, and that the passages are stopped and the reeds they have burned with fire, the missiles, and the men of war are frightened. See, they're going to be terrified because they're going to understand there ain't no bullets is going to save your ass from this shit. Okay? And we know that they over there and, in Israel and whatnot, but when you go into Joel, it's more in depth than that. It has nothing to do with the nations going into Israel. When you look into Joel chapter 2 verse 19, I'm gonna just touch a little bit on it, but I want to put his video down there so you can really go watch it. The big brother, MS I'm on abide. So we're gonna start right here. It says Joel chapter 2 verse 19. Yea, the Lord will answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be satisfied therewith, and I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen. So what that's saying is right now we're in the middle of preparing to come into the kingdom, okay? And on this side, the Lord is going to take away that reproach during these events. But there's going to be many events that take place before World War III. Okay, there's going to be famine. There's going to be all types of things where the world you're going to see is falling down around you. World War III is going to be the finish of that. Okay, so we're going to see many trials and many things before we come across the mark of the beast and across the World War III. Okay, we're going to have to go through other stuff, famine, pestilence. That's what we're seeing right now, but it's gonna grow on a wider scale. Okay, but in the spirit, we're going into the kingdom by staying with this word and staying watch. And asking for repentance every day for what we did in this life and the past life. Every day, that step we got to take, that step of repentance, right? So verse 20, it says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army. What's the northern army? America, Babylon the Great, man. That's them. And I will drive them into a bare land and desolate. And who is with America, Babylon the Great? Canada, okay? So the Lord is removing them to have them go over there to the valley, of Yahawashi, or the valley of they call it Armageddon, this last war. Okay? That's what we call it in the Hebrew tongue. But the real word for it is Hamagad-Dawan, okay? Which means mountain of troops. That's how you say it in Hebrew. It's lucky if I said it a little bit off, but it's something new I'm learning. So it's Hamagadwan is how you really say Armageddon in the Hebrew, okay? And it means, mountain of troops, okay? And that's what the Lord's doing, and really he's being sarcastic about it, He's like kind of like mocking them, saying, "I'm just gonna bring y'all all together to destroy each other in this final war," So basically, right? It says the northern army, and I will drive him into a barren land and desolate. Where they going? With his face towards the EC. What's the EC? The Persian Gulf. That's where they at, right? And then it said his hinder part toward the utmost sea, which is what? What is it talking about? The Red Sea, right? And his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he have done great things. Okay, so the Lord is bringing them to this focal point of this war over there in the Middle East, man. And I got another article that talk about they just sent 300 more troops over there to the Middle East. Okay, the Lord this is a key focal point to what we're seeing that these prophecies is playing out. That's why we're dealing so much with it, because this is a heavy time right now. Okay, but I didn't want to get too much into it. I want to leave the rest of the explanation to the big bro to explain it, because it was a very edifying video. They're the ones who gave me this wisdom. I wouldn't be nothing without my big brothers, man. That Bahasham and Yahawashi is, gave me the understanding to know that those is my family. That's our family. They're telling us things, you know, that they told us last time when we was listening to them. And it's almost like, it's like an amazing feeling to hear them, you know, talking about it. Cause it's like, man, I knew this man. Like, that's the spirit that you feel when you really listening to the elders and apostles and you really sincere. You're like, man, these men, I really knew them. They taught me last time, you know, and that's the feeling, you know, that I have when I listen to the big bros, man. You know, they really looking out for us. So this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 43. And it reads, the king of Babylon had heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. So they know about the elders and apostles of the great millstone. They know that we teaching this word. And that's why they like, fuck. We out of ammo, all types of shit. Why they saying, why these people that ain't got no stake in the world, how the hell they know that we ain't got no ammo? Shit, now I guess we got to put it out there. You know? They know they ain't ready. That's why they waxing feeble. Anguish took hold of him in pangs as of a woman in travail. See, they are panicking right now. We ain't got no ammo. We ain't worried. We ain't ready for this war. You know, they through. They through. So now we're going to do 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 9. It's also going to show that they through. They ain't going to prevail. And last time they had stuff, they had weapons and whatnot, but they didn't prevail. You know, they're not going to prevail this time because they don't even got no weapons this time. You know, they ain't even got no weapons this time. You really think they're going to make it out of the biggest war in the entire universe? That's going to be so bad that no war is going to ever happen again? No, they're through. 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 9. He will keep the feet of his saints through what? Doctrine, understanding the word, keeping us diligent in the word, right? And also, you know, taking care of our own lives, you know, and having a sense of conduct about ourselves, how we carry ourselves. We have to carry ourselves in a sense where we're stable in this world, you know, between poverty and riches. That's part of this. That's part of the battle, right? We're working 2 jobs and getting paid for none of it, okay? And then our third job is for Esau, Edom. We're only getting paid for partially of that. So 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 9, he will keep the feet of his saints, right? We're going to do what the fuck the Lord told us to do. And the wicked shall be silent in darkness. See, so you got these wicked people out here. They don't know what the fuck's going on. And when we tell them, they be shocked. They be like, fuck. Yeah, that makes sense. We're fucked, right? For by strength no man shall prevail. So now they're starting to get that. They're starting to get that heat on them. They're starting to feel like, fuck, we don't know what to do. And that's the Lord shoot that arrow at them, making them be like, fuck, we're through out here. You know? And they know. They know. So now we're going to go over here and we're going to deal with this. It says Russia-Ukraine war. Back over here to the Russia-Ukraine war. Top Kremlin official warns Poland's actions could unleash World War III, and they will. But it's going to really be Bahasham, Yahawashi, because when we look at Revelation 17:17, it says he puts it in the hearts and the will of these kings and rulers of the nations to fulfill his will. What does the Lord want to do? Destroy all the heathen with they self. It says Satan shall cast out his own self. You know, he going to make his own. So we know this is the Lord. Moscow, right? Russia, November 3rd. Russian Security Council Deputy Chairman Dmitry Medvedev has warned that Poland's actions may lead to a direct confrontation with Russia and Belarus. And we just seen another thing talking about Belarus was they was like, we ready to attack, not let alone Poland, but there's other little nations that are part of the beast system, the United Nations, the NATO, and the EU, and they talking about destroying their ass too. Okay, saying we ready to attack them. So this is going to be a very great, vast war, but things got to come first before it fully pulls out. You know, pops off. So potentially leading to a third world war. Medvedev believes Poland could fulfill the role of the hyena of Europe that unleashed World War III. So that's what they saying. You know, whatnot. The Russian delegate made this claim condemning Poland's reckless actions. He believed that World War III could occur if Poland were to seek support from NATO, right? The NATO, which is what? The beast system, NATO, allies, okay? And that's what they're doing. Everybody's picking their sides and trying to figure out where they're going to be at, okay? But they're all going to end up what? Turning it on America great. Because they're going to realize that this place is wicked. They're tired of this place, and they're going to destroy it. So I want to put in some precepts about it. You know, we know this stuff is going to happen. The Lord told us it was going to happen. We're not worried about nothing what they're saying. We're just using what they're saying to reference what the Lord said was going to do and show you that he's controlling these heathens. Isaiah chapter 13 verse 4, the noise of the multitude of the mountains, talking about the nations, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms and nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. Yeah, right? So the Lord is doing this. He is orchestrating this destruction. Okay, he's bringing these people down here and having America, Babylon the Great bring their troops down here and have them, you know, put people over there in the Persian Gulf and put them over there towards the Red Sea. He's doing that. That's the Lord doing that. You know that Joel chapter 2 verse 20 is talking about key allies of America, Babylon the Great heading towards this battle. Okay, that's what it's about. Okay, because they're tripping about what's going on in the Gaza Strip, right? Revelation chapter 19 verse 12, and it reads, wait, hold on, I want to do 9 verse 12. Salakia. This is a simple one, you know, and the Lord's putting the spirit on me. I did like a year ago a video that had to do kind of dealing with things concerning the history of America, Babylon the Great, and when they've had their wars, because these demons, they plan their shit. Okay, they're not just doing shit. They're trying to upset prophecy, so they're gonna plan shit a certain way. But I'll go over it again because it's something that really is, you know, you're gonna catch your eye. Like, hey man, this is the time. This is the end. So Revelation chapter 9 verse 12. One woe was past, and behold, 2 woes come here more after. That's World War I, World War II, and World War III. And even when you listen to the ones that say they the Jews over there right now, the ones that's actually Edomites, they even say that there's 3 stages of wars: World War I, World War II, and World War III. So they know some of the prophecy, but they really believe that they're Jake. They say everybody else is Edomites. They say everybody, all America, Babylon the Great, and the Germans, all them are Edomites, but they're not Edomites. But they look the same way. And they got military defense system. They got all this damn military weapon gear and all this. And they blessed with the sword, but they ain't Esau. All right, bro, whatever. Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. So we seeing these things gradually move up to that day, right? And where the Lord has them coming is, like I was saying earlier, that day of Armageddon, that battle. Revelation chapter 16 verse 16, and he gathered them together into the place called the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. And we was just reading earlier that what? The Lord mustereth the host of the battle. He's bringing them into this time, okay, to judge all of them round about, as also he says in Joel chapter 3 verse 2. So this is the progress that we're seeing. Now we're gonna get into another topic, you know, a smaller matter, but the Lord wanted me to deal with it. So this is murder mom Suzanne Smith has messy love life in prison, exchanges romantic messages with at least 6 men, right? So we'll read a little bit. Convicted murder mom of Suzanne Smith, who was serving a life sentence for the 1994 murders of her 2 young children, has been romantically corresponding from jail with at least half a dozen eligible bachelors. See, these are bachelors. These are people who got bread. These are people who got money. You see? So this is showing you that, you know, these rich, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. These people are wicked, okay, to even want to talk to a woman that's like that, okay? And they try to be like, that's just not how she is. Well, yeah, she is. She was in prison for killing her children. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what she's in there for, you know? And maybe she was falsely accused or whatever, but in the look of it, the Lord brings everything to light, and looking at it, she looks like, when you see pictures of her, she looks like an Edomite. She has the face of her look like, she ain't done no shame. More than likely, she ain't Jake. Okay? But these 6 men are in love with this woman, and they got bread. Okay? But this is how you know if a man's wicked, because they lust after women like that. And that's why we're blessed to be on this side. We're not lusting after women who are wicked like that, because then we wicked. If we look like a woman that's wicked, Ecclesiastes chapter 26 verse 23, a wicked woman is given to the portion of a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. Simple as that. And you see these men, they wicked. And what? The point was that they got a lot of bread. They bachelors. They got money. These wicked, this wicked, the ones who own the earth, they're very wicked. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 25 verse 31. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire not for her, desire her not for pleasure. See, so when you get with a woman, you're gonna get with one. Don't do it because you're just trying to get some box. It's got to be to serve Bahasham, Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you can't get some box, but that can't be the the all be all. Like, you just getting with a woman just because she look good, but this woman could be a damn demon, man. Don't just get with her for that. You have to, see if she's going to be loyal and submissive to you, and she's going to serve Bahasham, Yahawashi with you. That's the whole point. Her job is to protect you when you going through shit and help you, right? Verse 22, if she maintain her husband, if she maintain her husband is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach, right? A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. See, wicked women they men up, okay, and keep them from doing the cause. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. So that's the thing about a woman. You're supposed to be aiding us when the shit gets rough. Okay, you're supposed to be, comforting your husband. Verse 24, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. So it's a very good blessing, It's a very major blessing that we don't need to have that feeling, if we need just any kind of woman, and the ones that do actually serve us and come to us and offer for us, it's a gift from the Lord, and you're supposed to protect your husband. You're supposed to be like this. Okay, this is Sirach chapter 26 verse 22. And it reads, a harlot shall be accounted as spittle, right? And that was a harlot. She just nothing, man, talking to all them different men. But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. Like, that's your motto of being a woman of the Lord. You are a tower of death. You're a tower against death, because you lift your husband up, you take care of him, you help him out, you do those kind of things, So you might think that you're just a woman and the Lord doesn't have a specific role for you to do that's not important, but it is important. It is important that you look after your man the right way. So that's just the point I want to point out. Not nothing really in general, but just like this, mainly talking about this woman, man. She's wicked, man. Talking to all them men, you done killed your own children. You got 6 men in there talking about I'm so attached to you, even though you got 6 other men you talking to, 5 other men you talking to. This is the example of a wicked woman, man. You don't want to be like them, because the Lord will take you all the way to that point where you like that. If you don't turn your Bahasham, Yahawashi and repent. So now we got over here over 12K sign of 12,000 signed Christian petitions, so-called Christians. They say they the Hamashiachium. They're not. Petition condemning false prophet Mike Johnson. So you got the false prophets calling now false prophets, okay? They're starting to, come against their own congregation and point out all these things and say that people are false prophets and whatnot, but all of them are false prophets. Ain't none of these people, the Lord ain't dealing with none of these people, man. Ain't the Lord not dealing with none of these people, man. So I just want to make a couple points. And worry about these people who preach in the Christian churches, because they not talking about nothing. You know? They not talking about nothing, man. Matthew chapter 15, verse 14. And it reads, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both fall into a ditch. You see? So we know that this is all going off, man. They just leading blind into a ditch. You got the blind talking about they false prophets. Well, you false. They false prophets too, because they ain't prophesying and they ain't following great millstone. You know, so this is just the Lord just showing you that he's bringing these heathens against each other. And they starting to, you know, point the fingers at each other. Because they like, man, ain't nothing you saying in the scriptures is coming to pass. Okay? And that's why a lot of these people are starting to what? They're starting to panic because they know that the men of the Lord that are out here on the highways and byways, what they're saying is actually coming to pass. Elder Apostle's been talking about this for 40 years, and now it's coming across. And it's so easy to bring these topics up. You got to think about when there was nothing going on, they was saying this stuff was going to happen. That's the true prophets, the ones who tell you what's going to happen before it happens. You know? And just like I was listening to Elder Amwan Gabar 144 earlier, he was talking about, he looked up the word manifest, and it means plain, to make simple. This is simple what we're seeing. Okay, but to say what in Job chapter 12 verse 10, or in Daniel chapter 12 verse 10, it said the wicked shall not understand. They're not going to understand. Verse 16, with him is strength and wisdom, and the deceived and the deceiver are his. So the Lord's got them doing that. That's even more to show that the Lord is in control. Second Esdras, we'll go right here. Hold on, bear with me. Second Esdras, not 5. Second Esdras chapter 8 verse 55. Right? And it reads, and therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. That's why we don't worry about these people. That's why we don't worry about them. Because he said the same thing to Esdras. He said, quit worrying about these motherfuckers, okay? I'm finna kill their ass. I'm finna destroy their ass. Okay? Stop worrying about them. That's what he kept telling them. Because, you know, he was real big on, what about these people, Lord? What about them? The Lord said, no, I don't want them. Isaiah chapter 65 verse 2. And this is why. I have spread out my hands all day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way which was not good, after their own thoughts. And that's the problem with a lot of Jake. They want to think stuff work their way. They don't want to go by the scriptures. Verse 3, a people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face. And how is they doing that? Mocking the prophets, coming at the elders and apostles of great millstone, thinking ill will towards them. That's literally the face of the Lord, those men that sacrificeth in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick, which remain upon the graves, right? The people who ain't in the spirit, don't know the truth, and lodge in the monuments and eat swine's flesh. They still be eating bacon sandwiches and shit, and broth of abominable things in their vessels, right? Your body. Verse 5, which stand by thyself, but what stand by thyself, come not near me, for I am holier than thou. This is how they feel. They feel like they holier than thou. Like they just so holy. They got damn triple bacon cheese sandwich for dinner. But you holy. All right. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. And it says the Lord is angry with the wicked every day. Okay? He's tired of these people, man. So now I want to point out something else that's real quick. And then I got one more article and then we out of here. And it reads, Army veteran arrested after allegedly threatening to kill soldiers in California, right? And he trying to say that they're the enemy, okay? And we don't got to get too much into this, but you know, he threatened to kill a whole bunch of people, you know, and he was a veteran. He was saying that y'all the enemy. So this is what the Lord's doing. He's doing this to these Edomites. He's making them fight against themselves. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And it reads, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. The modern day Egyptians is the Edomites, okay? Because why? Because they have Israel in slavery. The Egyptians, which back then, those were the Palestinians, or you would call the Hamites, or the so-called Africans, they had us in slavery. But now these are the new Egyptians. These are the ones that are, the ones that are over us now. The so-called white man, right? Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And that's what the Lord's doing. When they getting online talking about we're out of ammo, he's destroying the counsel. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. That's why you had also the Pope talking about, oh, well, we need to have one day where we just all have a day of peace and call a ceasefire, right? There ain't no ceasefire. We just seen that Israel said they ain't stopping no time soon. It's finna be destruction.com. That's all you're going to see in this motherfucker. That's why you got to have a minute of the Lord. And you need to, pray to the Lord that he puts you around the right man that he's ordained to have spiritual powers at that time. This is my last article. I'm going to deal with a couple of scriptures and then we out of here. The world is turning against Israel's war in Gaza. And many so-called Israelis don't understand. And when you put that word Israel, you really want to put Amalek right there. That's why I put it there in my title. So the world is turning against Amalek's war in Gaza. And many Amalekians or Amalekites don't understand why. Because why? Because it said the wicked shall not understand. They don't know nothing but their whole name. So, we'll read a little bit. They have not. They're actually starting to wake up. Sitting outside the Kiryat, Israel's equivalent to Pentagon in Tel Aviv. So that's like their Pentagon, right? Peled was cutting pieces of yellow. I think it's supposed to say pieces, but I think they just spelled it wrong. Who knows? Of yellow ribbon off a large wheel last Thursday, handing them out to strangers passing by. The ban symbolized solidarity between roughly 240 hostages held in Hamas by Gaza. It is a solidarity, and specifically whether it still extends beyond Israel's borders that Peled was questioning. I used to consider myself as part of extreme liberals, whatever they call themselves. But when I see the demonstrations with cries in support of Hamas and stuff like that, I doubt that the world understands complexity. And when they can't understand complexity, they see this is a one-sided thing, and their sense of justice is very simple. But all these heathens' justice is very simple. But it is not simple, he told CNN. I think governments understand this, but the people, I don't know. Well, you're one of those people too. You say that you love the Lord and you have all these principles you got already going off. You got Tats Jake, but you on the wrong side. You over here trying to talk about how we don't know why we're backing up Israel. We're not backing up Israel because the Lord said they're not Israel. We're going to prove that right now. Revelation chapter 3 verse 9. And we're going to keep proving it. They don't ever want to read this in their damn little synagogue. They don't want to read this shit. Revelation chapter 3 verse 9. Behold, I will make them the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not. We know this isn't us because it said that we'll be driven into a place where they said we are not the people of the Lord. Jake wasn't trying to be Israel. We didn't fucking know nothing. We didn't even know how to speak English until around mid 1900s. So we wasn't trying to do none of that. We weren't trying to say that we were the people of the Lord. We were just trying to fucking survive. And then what? Then the Lord came to us in the Qadash and said we are the Israel. We are the Jews, because Jude just goes back to Jacob. Okay? So it says, which say they are Jews. Who's that? The ones who have, the flag and they got all the weapons and they say they're Israel, right? They had the Belmont Declaration to say they're Israel, right? Them. and are not, but do lie, behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Talking about Israel. Ain't talking about them. They're the ones acting like they Israel right now and in our land. That shit belongs to Jacob. So now we're going to go over here. And it reads, and this is why they're doing this. That's why they don't understand shit. Because they have drunk the doctrine, the philosophy of America, Babylon the Great, and their religions. Revelation chapter 18, verse 3. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. See these other places. They're dipping into their false idols and whatnot. And that's why they're seeking that shit when they find out they ain't got no more damn PP7 bullets. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. See, and that's how they made all their bread, through America, Babylon the Great. But now people are starting to come against their cause that they have with Israel. Because we know Israel wants America, Babylon the Great to fight their battles for them. So they're together. And most of the people are coming against this. Because why? Because they're seeing what? The meek of the earth is pouring this truth out in the earth. And they're starting to come to understanding that this is the wicked. They're the wicked. And this is what they're doing. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 17. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. That's what's coming. That's what's happening. And I want to add on to that, and then we out. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. And it reads, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? And who's Lucifer? The physical counterpart of Satan, okay, which are the Edomites. The Luciferians. That's why you see in Masonry, they talk about the Luciferians and whatnot and all that. Okay? That's them. The ones because Luciferian goes a light bearer. Okay? They have the understanding that they're the wicked and they have the sword and they can do wicked shit because that's their job. Right? So how art thou fall from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cast down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Talking about his rulership is going to be taken. Okay, that's what I talked about, how Jacob held Esau's heel. That's part of that prophecy. Okay, him bringing him down out of rulership. Okay, that's what that's talking about. Verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, which is their mind, Lob means mind in Hebrew, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. This is what they think. They think that they're going to exalt themselves above the elect, above the people of Israel. I will also, upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, right? I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And that's what Esau Edom's trying to do with his C-hip system, his mark of the beast system. They're trying to be like the Most High. They're trying to exalt themselves above the Most High. Verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. What? The grave. To the sides of the pit. They're going to be brought back down low. Verse 16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee. And this is part of that when you look over there in Jeremiah 49, verse 7, them hissing upon their plagues. This is part of the way they're hissing and looking at them. Looking at them in like shame, like, like this is really the guy, right? They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth tremble? That did shake the kingdoms, right? Talking to Esau Edom, that made the world as a wilderness, talking about them nukes he be using, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. See, that's how people gonna look at him. They're gonna hiss with him in those plagues, and they're gonna look at him like, man, this motherfucker, damn bag of trash. That's what's coming, Let me do something real quick. Hold on. This thing crazy, man. It's just like frozen. I don't know if y'all can still hear me, but my thing's straight frozen. But hopefully y'all can still hear me. Let me just check. Because I'm done. I just want to make sure. You know. Yeah. Y'all can still hear me. So, whatever it is, whatever, don't matter. So, Shalom to the elect of Israel. To the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. Want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone. Led me to this truth. Have been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect. And to the hopeful elect, Lord, when we part of that number, Lord, when this be edifying to those who fear the name of the Lord and is striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Peter chapter 5, verse 42. Why abab, the water for everybody tuning in. The water for, let me know that I can still hear on the comment board. Bahasham, Atham, you beloved, Akim and Aqua out there that are tuning in. And, we're preparing ourselves to be ready for Jacob's trouble. Lord willing, we'll be able to exalt the name of Yahawah yet another day. We'll go ahead and, as we always say, may the blessing of election be upon your households. And Lord willing, and we can get up out of here together. And our enemies behold us as we go into these chariots, the so-called UFOs, and make it up out of here. So Lord willing, we part of that number. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.